Hey Sam, good morning. Again, IWM, to me, the best index to trade if you want to trade one today. It's trading right with the market. The IWM is right here. You see I'm sorry, this is IWM, this is T2104. This is the market internals. You can see they can been coming down all day long. IWM following them down. So we'll see if it continues. Eventually, I mean, it got a little bounce here, but hasn't been able to get above the 8. It also hasn't been able to get above this 15 right here. We're getting a tiny little bounce here right now, so we'll see. I just took some puts in it expiring today. Just kind of a little speculation trade. NVIDIA pulling back from the high right now. Pfizer just went up to the $200-day moving average and moving sideways. This hood moved up nicely. Core weave, which was a big one this morning, pulling back a little bit here, but still having a decent day. Ari, a firm with relative weakness, AFRM. Yep. The daily chart looks like that. Yeah, it's a good short. A firm is a good short. The only caveat right now is this 100-day moving average right there. Right there, it's 100. It's where's that? 69.16. 69.16. A little over $1 to the downside in the firm. Nice short though. Is the 5-minute chart on it. Again, I'm short the IWM with some SPY Super System puts. We'll see what it does here. Again, I'm using the 15. Using the 15 as a stop on this. Market continuing to just SPY chopping. It is down about 0.25%. Same thing with the Qs. Again, the IWM is the weakest index right now, down about 0.8%. And I'm short the IWM. We'll see what it does. I just want to see what it does here at this standard deviation line. Tesla, by the way, is coming right up on the 8 exponential moving average on the daily right here. Got some support there, some support at the horizontal line, another support horizontal here, another support on the 15 down here. So get quite a bit of support levels being below it right now.
Members seeing a little volume pop in oil. Talk that OPEC is dismissing previous headlines in regards to a meeting. That's on seeing a little volume.
USO bouncing here, oil bouncing on some news.
once again, OPEC Secretary firmly rejects recent media reports alleging that the group of 8 are planning to increase production by 500,000 barrels. These claims are wholly inaccurate and misleading. This is commentary out by OPEC. We are watching oil of a little volume pop.
Just reading some of the news. On the IBB, it talked about the drug prices. Trump says they're going to reduce them by 100% or maybe more. I'm not sure how you reduce anything by more than 100%, but whatever. USO popped up there. What trade did I take? I took the IWM puts. I'll tell you which ones I took. It doesn't really matter. You just take an in-the-money put. IWM I took 9:30 expiring today. I took the 240 puts. 240 puts on IWM. Just slightly in the money. Cheap. They were cheap. They were only at 70-something cents. Who is it? Who? Oh, Allie's here? All right, check some more questions here. Tesla, a bit of a sell-off. Yeah, it's selling off pretty hard. It's got some really good support, though. Again, I just pointed that out. It's got the 8, a couple of horizontal lines, got the 15. It's got a lot of support down to about $400. Ramcomar volume is very low in most stocks. CoreWeave and NVIDIA have volume. Yeah, you always remember Discord remembering when the CL futures turned negative. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. They actually had oil went down below $1, below zero, for a really short period of time. It was crazy. Paying somebody to have oil. He said, "Here's $10,000. Where do we deliver your oil?" That was crazy time. But USO popping up here right now. But again, the algos read this news, and it's just there was circulations that the OPEC was canceling a meeting. That they were trying to, they canceled a meeting, or they basically rejected the media reports that they were going to be increasing production by 500,000 barrels a day. Claims are wholly inaccurate and misleading. That sent the price shooting up. SPY bouncing here. Again, the SPY really is not tradable right now. IWM bouncing. I have to watch this now to see if this recovery bounces. Again, the market internals are still coming in. Allison, how you doing?
Good, just came from the dentist.
Oh.
My teeth don't feel furry anymore.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Round it down.
Now if it's furry, it's my own doing.
Round it down.
Well, he polished it,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Like,
All I can say
and
is.
she said that mine need that. But dude, she was, I mean, since she does cosmetic dentistry, like how lucky was I to get the fillings done by someone who does cosmetic dentistry? So she like had it, she did perfection. But I mean, like I said, the before and afters, she pulled them up on the screen. It could have been an advertisement, man.
And she doesn't work, I guess she doesn't wanna work full time.
Yeah, well, she has her, she works at a different practice.
Yeah.
She just like fills in there, I guess, when
Look at this.
when the new dentist would be there. No, he's
You're
just.
talking to Ruth.
I know.
You said that you're ignoring me. I'm leaving.
I
Outta
know.
here.
It's
Going over there.
unbelievable.
This morning I put cookies on the couch for him, right? And he's at the top and he goes like this. Turns away. And as soon as I turn back to the computer, he comes down and eats them all.
He's a little
Such
shit.
a little weirdo.
Yeah. What's your schedule like today?
I've got this, I walk and talk with this girl who, you know, the one that's in Maryland,
Yeah.
she's moving back.
Oh, is she?
You know, well, that's always in the plan, but
I hope she
might
shows up.
happen sooner rather than later. But like, I had her map, we were scheduled to meet every week that she's here in person. But you know, I think she just got so used to it being virtual and being able to mask and like not and like dip out if it got too uncomfortable. That like that's why going to the office is stressful for her. I don't know. But so she wanted me to come walk.
Members posted in the news desk. Usually at Lake President Trump delivers an announcement.
Downtown, and I'm like.
That is currently ongoing.
They're downtown, then come back West Ashland traffic. So I told her to meet me at Lenovar. So we're gonna walk around and it's paved, you know, but.
Yeah.
So
Where at Lenovar?
Lenovar Park, you know.
Oh, by the park.
Just like, you know, where it's paved.
Yeah.
And
She shows. She knew where it was.
well, I sent her directions.
Oh.
But
What time for her?
1:45. I didn't know how long the dentist would take. And then right after that, I got three
Peeps.
at the office.
Oh boy.
You are one lucky gal.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, they just got moved all around, man. I was supposed to have like 4 on Monday, 3 or 4.
When you come back,
This past Monday I was supposed to have 3 or 4.
Hey Maxim,
Turn.
GE PBO, does it need to confirm next day above the 8 to enter? Let me look at GE, General Electric.
So yeah, just keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is one of those things where you can you can treat this two different ways. You can treat this as a anticipation trade, where you anticipating that it's going to stay above the 8 today, and you buy it, right? Or you wait till where it opens tomorrow, see if it stays above here. Again, if it works, if you take it now, you're going to make more money than if you wait and it bounces up. But it's going to fail more often than it would be if you waited for confirmation. But on this particular setup on GE, especially with this kind of a move here, I like that. I think if I was gonna enter that, I probably would take it today and just wait for it to see if it stays above the 8 today. How about a put credit spread on Tesla for Friday? Whoops. Sorry, had my mic off. The GE PBO. Talk about that first again. It's a nice setup on PBO. This would be, if you take it today, this is an anticipation trade. You're anticipating it's going to continue. If you wait for confirmation, you wait for tomorrow to make sure it stays above the 8. If you take an anticipation trade and this works, you're going to make more money than if you wait for tomorrow and it moves up. But the breakout is going to fail more often off today's candle than it would after tomorrow's candle. But I like this setup right here. I mean, if I was thinking of taking GE, I think I would take it today. Joe, 400, 397.50 put credit spread on Tesla. I don't know what you can get for it. You need to be able to get 50 cents for it. I'm not sure if you can get 50 cents for 400, 397.50, but I like the strikes. Let me see what they pay. Yeah, only pays 23 cents. It's not enough. It's not enough premium. Not enough premium for that. You got to get 25% on these. I mean, that's pretty good. It's not likely to drop down there, but it's again, my rule is I've got to get 25%, so I can't trade that on Tesla. You probably have to go out a little bit further.
I just gotta make sure that I, get everything right for Rich. Well, I didn't know how long dinner's gonna take, so I brought my clothes for the walk and talk and work. I gave 3 bags, and then there was one more, maybe.
I think on Tesla you have to go all the way out to the 17th to get enough premium to justify the trade.
Perfect.
AWM, right? Still flirting with that 50 with the 15 EMA right there. Even though it's turned blue here, I'm still in the trade. I'm going to watch the price action here. This thing is blue just because it just moved above 0.20, but it's only 0.21. It wouldn't take much to switch right back to red again. If this candle closes red, this is likely going to stay red. I'll go back to red.
That's terrible. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I will eat that stat.
Yeah, the 430, 395 William for the 17th is $1. Yeah, that's doable. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a nice one. How do I compute my 25% on PCS? Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just take, if you take your 2 strike prices, all right, and like let's say you did a on Tesla 400, 395, so that's a $500 spread. And how much you collect? If you collect $1, then your total risk is not 500, but it's 400, right? So you're collecting 100 on a $400 risk. That's 25%. So you just take your strike prices, take the distance between them, you subtract the amount of money you collected, and then you take the amount of money you collected and you divide it by your total risk, and you want that to be 25% or more. Market internal still staying bearish, by the way, still coming down.
Oh my God. It's so wild. That's like, more than that. Yeah, really. Still in business, man. Still works. Yeah, I had one actually, one at home, in the dish pan. Wow. Go mom. Yeah. I want to help.
Hey Dave, I'm gonna grind.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Halfway through that time.
That's a nice put credit spread on Tesla. 400, 395. I like it. I'm gonna put it in here.
Yeah, that's just gross. There's a pair of jeans I have. Yeah, all right, I have to get some of that.
It's a put credit spread.
Yeah, really. I think it's a pair of jeans.
I'm gonna sell here October 17th. 400 puts. And by the October 17th, 395 puts. For $1 or more credit. Okay, Tesla, credit spread. IWM still riding right along the 15-year.
On ATKR on this volume, talk about some activist talk regarding pushing for a sale.
I'm gonna go ahead and alert on this Tesla one. We have one right now on CoreWeave. Right, Tesla, put credit spread, sell the October 17th. Let me get this correct. October 17th, 400 puts, and buy the October 17th, 395 puts for $1 or more.
Well, we got it, man, because I've been just so lucky.
Right, so took a put credit spread in Tesla. Again, it's got to stay above. And again, the levels on Tesla we look at. Let's take a look at the daily chart and see why we took that trade. I like that trade. Here's Tesla right here. A little weak here today. Let's take a look at the daily, though. This is what matters. All right, so we get $400. We get the $400 put, which is way down here. Like 400 is down below this line right here. 400, 395. So it's got to go through the 8, this horizontal support, this horizontal support, the 15, this horizontal support, this horizontal support. Massive amounts of support here. So, and that's a pretty good price for that. Get $1 or $1.05. I think it's printing $1.05 right now, but you make sure you get $1 for it. $1 for it is a 25% profit. Again, you take the 450. I'm sorry, the 400 and the 395. The distance between the two strikes is $5. So that's a $500 risk minus the $100 you collected. So that cuts your risk to $400, and you're making $1 on a $400 risk. That's 25%. That's how you calculate the percentage gains on a credit spread. Okay, so we're in that one.
No, no, you're not. I was talking and I wasn't like ready for my word.
You know, it's fine. I have this truck that was, 15% of October.
What do you feel about that? What do you mean, is that, you still like that?
Yeah. Because, also in the morning, the thing is, you're still, using a battery still, it's not going to power. It wouldn't make a circuit.
Kidding. That's the, it's probably 5 years old or something.
It doesn't
It
make
doesn't
a
get bad,
circuit,
yeah,
just run
that's
out.
what I'm saying. The only thing that's hard is if,
Like the little, too much
crystallizes.
sugar, yeah.
It's just getting the top off.
Well,
That's
that
the
was
only
mine.
thing.
Yeah. Mine on top.
No, I do. No, I just know. There'll always be a dollar maybe.
Alright, so we got a credit spread on Tesla. We also have a credit spread on Core Wave,
I guess if I use
which is trading at 138 right now.
Yeah.
Basically, those Core Wave, we got a sell order, a buy order to buy it back at 25 cents. It's trading at 40 cents right now, so we're up pretty nicely on that. And Tesla right now, I get filled at $1.01. I get filled at $1.01 on that Tesla put credit spread. Let's take a look over here in the YouTube. Hey, Heaven, good morning. Sam, how do you reduce something more than 100%? You don't. That's the same as a comment say we're going to reduce something by 1,500%. It's all total nonsense.
Maybe you get,
Awake or
maybe you'll get this spread and this over.
Okay, again, I'm still in IWM. I got to watch it a little bit here. It's going back and forth, back and forth. It's right down below the 15, right here in this dynamic compression zone. Not really dropping very much.
I guess if I need to eat the other stuff first.
Yeah.
Just eat like an hour and a half and then I'll get food.
Say 1:30.
Well, I'm leaving her at after dark because well, what I was gonna do is I was gonna stop it, yeah, just drop it at home or at work, because I'm gonna be at work all, the rest of the day.
Members being posted in the news desk is a link to the OpenAI introducing Sora 2, which is set to go live at 1 p.m.
I'll need something to eat, Stephanie, whatever. Do you feel? I'll eat it straight. I'll eat it neat. I'll eat it neat. I'll take it straight up. I'll take my meat neat. Thank you.
Vegetables.
Neat. I actually had a big salad.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is your carne? I had some leftover vegetables.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take them from those ends that sticking out. Chop off the ends, but I'll take them. I know.
Gotta eat them.
Yeah. Hard to do. This veggie burger is good. The big ones in the fridge.
Very choppy. This is LPTE here, by the way. Discontinuous with LPTE.
Cheese can cover me. What cheese is that? Well, cheese has 10 grams of protein. This is a refined one.
Suzanne, is a September 12th gap a consideration? Let's look at the September 12th gap.
Dang it. Because I meant to ask you.
Yeah, not really. I mean,
Who?
the gap, that September gap, a September 12th gap, it gapped up from there to the next morning, which that had a low that day of 401.52, which is the this line right here. See, this is the September 12th gap you're talking about right here. Gap up. You see how this is the low of that day. This is where it opened, and this is where it closed, and this is the. I think it actually opened here and closed here, but it's the gap is right here where it went up to, and again, that's considering that this. I mean, you could try to say, okay, I got to go down to 395, but you're not going to get enough premium down there. This is enough support levels for me, and so I'm not really taking that into consideration.
To integrate with ChatGPT and other AIs for shopping assistance.
Actually, I will.
That's not PayPal, PayPal.
She's so much cheaper.
Market internal starting to flatten out just a little bit here. IWM still weak. Again, I'm not looking to take big profits on this thing. I'll probably try to squeeze it like a dime or 15 cents out of here if I can, which is pretty good for yeah, that actually, Suzanne, that does add an additional layer of support. That level where it gapped up to, that support level right there on that gap up on Tesla, any kind of a gap enter, whether it's from the downside or from the upside, becomes support to the downside and resistance to the upside. Spy really, just nothing going on here. Really, really dead.
It looked like it fairly was deeper. See, it's deep. It's deep.
By holding above the VWAP, just barely. Little tiny candles here. Very, very slow action.
No, but this is like, you can eat it straight out the jar. I mean,
You could.
I mean, I could. But look, it's perfect for you. If you don't have the berries, so I kind of want a little something in there, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why I was
It's
thinking.
delicious.
It's perfect.
Yes, now I'm gonna try the chocolate. Nice. Put one more. But it's not online.
You won't be so cute just sitting there.
Go, Brain, go. So apparently, Grandma is going to live with Aaron. Oh, no. Old Chris,
You watch IWM here. It's moving right up, right toward the 15. Market internal starting to turn down again. They moved up just a bit, but now they're turning back down again.
I know. Who else? There isn't anyone else doing it.
Please don't.
Also, Chris needs to move, you know.
Yeah. Please don't make.
UNH, by the way, that was one that we're looking at as a potential long. Got to see if it holds the 8. Notice it's in the gap, but it's in the there's a gap fill, but it's not holding the 8 right now. So I'm gonna not do that anything with that right now.
Okay, fine.
Sometimes it's bigger than others, so that's a good sign.
Watching UNH, watching IWM.
Yeah.
Needs to be taken care of.
Ari, I'm sorry I missed this. Teva looks pretty good.
It's called frontification for the kid as a parent.
Yeah, from yesterday it gapped up again today on these marijuana stocks. Though CGC didn't. CGC fell right down off the 200-day moving average. CYTK Biotech looks pretty good. CYTK from Ari. Yeah, CYTK does look really nice. Looks pretty good. It has a PDUFA in December. It is likely to continue to run up. Has a big gap up when their study results revealed a month ago. Yeah, this is CYTK. This is a beautiful. This is the ones Ari's talking about. It's a biotech. Obviously, this was the results, the initial results here. Nice move up. See how it's moving up right now, right through that 54.74 resistance level. That's a nice setup on this CYTK. Earnings on 11/5. PDUFA is going to be in December. Nice look on that. I just want to be aware that Tesla's announcing its deliveries on Thursday. I didn't know that, but I'm going technically here. We'll see what the deliveries are. I don't know that'll affect the stock that much. Premiums are not showing any kind of extreme volatility. Whoops, sorry, had my mic off. Teva looks good. CYTK is the one that Ari was talking about right here. Nice little move in it, moving up above 54.74. That's a nice one. It's got earnings on 11/5 and a PDUFA in December. But nice, that's a nice setup on there. Also, as Ari mentioned, that Tesla has deliveries. They're going to be announcing their deliveries on Thursday. So we'll see if that impacts the stock at all. The volatility and the premiums does not indicate that they're expecting any kind of a big move. I think probably most of the stuff is already known, so I'm not going to concern myself with it right now, but I appreciate the information. Want to go outside? They want a cookie. You over here for a cookie? That's it. That's it.
Strawberry blonde
traumatized kids are, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just a funny thing. Every kid's different.
I know, but like, I've met a lot of people in small businesses.
I'll go bleed to death.
Yeah, I mean, they see the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So yeah, like their kids let them sick, and they're like, "You're fine," you know, like you're not
Or
sick.
like your mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're not
unless you're
running and
if
taking.
you're not on your fever or bleeding from every orifice you want to school. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've told that to several nurses, and they were like, "Yeah, that's exactly right."
Your mom's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they
This
loved
was
it.
great study in his hospital.
Yeah,
Really
mom
good.
even acknowledged her doing greatness,
This was really
which
good.
doesn't.
Oh,
Mom's not a bragger, so.
You want me to put some cheese on it now, or?
Allison's over here getting
I
deliveries.
had to clean out my freezer because every single goddamn thing in there was freezer burn.
And sometimes.
Regardless of the layers, and because it's a shitty freezer. It's the cheapest fridge you can buy, probably.
Sometimes. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know. I gotta talk sense.
Who, you?
Yeah.
They flop around a little bit.
Are you tired?
I'm tired, but I'm just like
Quicker than a daze.
out of it.
You're dazed. Smack, smack, smack.
I know.
Well, you get in it.
I need some.
Well, I wanted.
I'm not in the mood, but you get in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to, next month, but I think it may take a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll get to it. But we're doing what we're gonna do.
Did Ruth tell you it's our hummingbird up there yesterday, right by the front door?
Oh, they're
I
so
love
cool.
hummingbirds. I've never seen them.
Let me see if I can find it. That's awesome.
Oh.
It's just maybe, I don't know, it's overcast.
What?
Maybe it's overcast.
Yeah, it's been very dreary now for about 3 days.
I thought it was just total shit. Just driving my ass.
About 12:30 here. IWM jumping up to the point where I'm going to have to take a loss on it.
I was looking to see if I had any more of those padded bag thingies, but I don't.
Oh, I have my freezer bag.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I had a good.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Spaghetti, schmaghetti. I'm gonna leave the meatballs in the freezer.
You gotta see where this candle closes. It's pretty good momentum jumped up here. Market internals flattening out right now. They've been coming down all day.
No.
Whoops. Market internals flattening out here. IWM, I'm probably gonna have to take a loss on it right here.
You have
It's moving up toward the VWAP, and it might fail at the VWAP and roll over again. I don't know.
Aren't you already having the first one? Well, I just put wow.
Alright, so I closed IWM, took a loss on that. We might hit the VWAP and head back down again, I don't know, but it's a pretty nice little move in the IWM, the best move it's had today. So I took a loss on it. The SPY bouncing up right to the pivot point. Qs as well moving up. So we're getting a little bit of a bounce in the market here. Again, I took IWM off for loss. D-Dog coming down.
You the best.
GE that was mentioned
You the best.
moving up. Again, I like that GE trade actually. It's an anticipatory trade, but you know, you're expecting it to move up, but I like it. NVIDIA right here moving sideways. So new all-time high in NVIDIA right there, 187.35.
That's the problem, you know.
CoreWeave still trading at 138.
Even a monkey in there is a success.
And Tesla right here, 430.
Yeah, I did. I'm eating a lot of eggs. I don't know. I just been, just been tired. Just been tired. And just like not really.
Why don't you, make something out of your hair?
Yeah, I should do that.
You know, put
Karen's
some,
always in the kitchen. It's
oh,
not
okay.
like, she cooks everything.
Doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
should do that. I should do that. But she cooks for everybody, and they want to eat the stuff that they like. And I don't want to like. I don't want this shit. I don't want to be a brat about it.
Don't worry, I'll just sit here and eat salad.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, obviously you lose some weight, so play it off like that.
Yeah. Does she make salad?
It's about,
Okay.
Yeah.
is this a good intraday PBO and CRWV?
It'll still be.
You want to be careful, obviously. You want to see it get above the VWAP here. You can trade it. Again, these are expensive. The options are expensive. They've got about $5 of extrinsic value in these things. But yeah, if you like it here, this is a good entry spot right here at the VWAP. It stays above here, and you can get in here, and it needs to stay above it. Now it hasn't closed above it yet, but it's trying to. I mean, if we switch over to Hypothetical candles just to see what they look like. Yeah, you're getting the Hypothetical reversal right there. So that's not bad. Again, you're going to make sure that it stays above the VWAP, but this is a decent entry price for it on CoreWeave. Took a starter size in GE. I think that's a good trade, Maxim.
Jeez. I mean, look how, yeah, no, they're driven by anxiety. But look,
Are like cousins.
yeah, but, I have 6 children. Chris is the only one that gets one gun.
Yeah.
I mean, Karen does, but her pace is not that brisk.
She gets shit done. All she does is get shit. Do shit. That's all she does.
Karen,
Yeah.
yeah, but
She just follows everything and out. She just does everything. And now it's
that's not fair.
not fair. Like I
It's
said, I'll
trash.
never forget, when she was like, because I was just like, people do that. Like Joe's got, I said, wow, Joe's got it way too good. And so even while she's there, she's doing some of that shit.
Yeah, some of the awful
Yeah,
stuff.
and like, oh my God, and she's
Again, watch this CoreWeave. If you get in it, you've got to make sure it closes above this VWAP. This is really important. Get momentum here. You got it breaking above the VWAP. Stack quite a few green candles here. Market is moving up here. This probably actually did a big candle here. It pulled right back, right through the pivot point, but still looking good. But it does have this pivot point to get through. So there's going to be a little bit of resistance there. I took a loss on my IWM puts. Market starting to look a little bit more bullish. CoreWeave right here at the 139. Again, 139 calls on these things are about $5.25. So you're paying a lot for these premiums on this. Remember that. You're paying a lot. So this thing has got to move. And if you're not going to be able to stay with it if it rocks down, because they're too expensive and there's going to be a lot of time decay in them.
Well, you know when I said to you, how much you can't do anymore. I know you know that. Oh, yeah.
Core wave right back to the VWAP here now.
Fresh.
I know they
And,
don't.
you know, it's like safer.
Again, the concern is the SPY is right at the pivot point. So there's likely to be some resistance right there. Triple Qs are just above the VWAP right here, holding up okay. So triple Qs look okay. Like SPY has to get through the pivot point. And WM also bounced up pretty strong, forced me to take that trade off.
On LLY, Trump says Eli Lilly has been fantastic. On ACHR, Josh Brown mentions the name on CNBC. ACHR.
Yeah, and I'm just saying.
Also seeing volume in JOBY mentioned by Josh Brown on CNBC.
Buys are moving up pretty strongly again. Core wave just kind of moving sideways here, with the market right at the pivot point. Triple Q's trying to move up. IWM trying to move up. Market internals right now starting to move up. You can see right here they've switched over to slightly bullish. Buys are moving up strongly here today. Lilly also strong here right now. A lot of healthcare stocks moving up strongly on some of the discussions at the White House about Pfizer, for example, is not going to be subject to the tariffs on it since they're going to be building a product building over here. So that's going to boost their stock price up, at least for the time being. So again, a lot of news right now driving the market. Nothing really fundamental. Core wave right back down to the pivot point, right to the VWAP again. Momentum's still good, but it needs to get above there and stay above there. Again, on something like core wave, wait for your candle to close. And don't assume that just because the candle's below the VWAP during this 5-minute period that it's going to close above it. I close below it. You don't know that. Closing right on it. Naturally, they don't make it easy. It's closing right just about on the VWAP. Larry, yeah, Pfizer keeps fighting the $25 level. May do well if it breaks through there. Yeah, it's a lot of sellers at 25.10. I mean, this moved up through the 200-day moving average. This is all on news, and this is a pretty big jump. It's impossible for me to try to chase it up here. I mean, that's way too big a move today. It's up almost 5%, and I have 25.11 as the next resistance level. You get lots of sellers at 25.10. not surprising that there's a lot of sellers at 25.10, since that is the resistance level right there. That's a major resistance level. Multiple touches on candles on that 25.11 level. Core weave, just riding it, the VWAP, making it tough for anybody who took the calls. But again, you can't, just because it drops below the VWAP, you can't get out of the trade until the candle's done. So yeah, if it falls further, then you got to take a bigger loss. But you also don't want to get out too prematurely on these things.
That's what I'm gonna do, yeah.
Yeah, just, if you want me to just.
See, I can't even do it today. Wait a minute. Oh, no, we'll have something different. I'll go get some, milk, I'll go get some see you later.
Trump says we'll probably have a shutdown.
It's so good.
I don't know.
I'm really tired. I need to drink more water. Sometimes that's all it is.
SPY right for the pivot point, unable to get through that. Again, IWM starting to pull back a little bit, but again, went through the 15, I had to get out. Coral weave looking pretty decent here, but it's just riding sideways on here. It's about 12:40. I'm going to get some lunch here in just a minute. Google looks like it has put in a bottom for him, Kamar. A little hard to say. I mean, if you're talking about on a 5-minute chart, there's a difference between a bottom on a 5-minute chart and a bottom on a daily chart. Here's Google right here. 5-minute chart, does it put in a bottom? Perhaps. It's hit this level several times today, down around 239.30. But on the daily chart, it's going to be much more difficult to try to determine that you got a bottom, because you've only got this one candle here, and it's below that candle right there. So, got to be cautious. Core wave falling below the VWAP now. So if you're in that trade, if this candle closes below here, you got to take it off. The VWAP 138.69 for core wave, 138.69. I have 139.37. $139.37 for it. Yeah, I don't know why there's a difference between that one and Thinkorswim. I'm looking at the my TC2000, and I've got a 139.37. That looks pretty close to what it is right here in TOS. All right, core weave still staying below the 8 here, below the VWAP here, so likely it's going to close there. Market internal is coming back down again. We'll see what it does. Market internal is trending back down again. SPY moving just flat. Core weave also getting pretty flat here as it follows along that VWAP. All right. Hey, Suzanne. A question about the Tesla put credit spread. Does that mean you're expecting it to go down? No. A put credit spread is a bullish trade. All right. When I look at it, it appears to be going up on the daily. Today looks like a bid down. Please explain. Yeah. Well, credit spreads are bullish. All right, because you're selling puts. Credit spreads, you're selling puts. So if I look at Tesla, all right, and I look at it on the daily chart, and this is important, the daily chart. Yeah, it's in a bullish trend right now. It's moving up, trending bullishly. Again, we've had some red day, had a red day today. But the whole point of a put credit spread is to find a place where you can sell a put and get good premium, and then buy a put just below there. So what we looked at is the $400 put, which is right about here. All right, just below this support level. We get support levels at the 8. We've got these 2 horizontal support levels. We get the 15, 2 more horizontal support levels. So we sold the $400 put down here. Right, the whole point is we want the stock to stay above 400 by October 17th. We sell the 400, we buy the 395, and we collect profit. We collect premium. We get money put into our account, and we hold on to that as long as the stock stays above 400 by October 17th. And as the time goes by, we can buy it back cheaper and cheaper if the stock continues to move sideways and move up. That's what a put credit spread is. Oracle steady selling in the last hour through the low of the day. Thanks, Shai. Yeah, Oracle's still coming down. I had this one yesterday, short, but I got out of it. It bounced on me. Today it's just continuing down pretty precipitously. This core wave not doing anything here. Just trading right on again. Theoretically, you should be out of this trade because it's below the VWAP, but it's so close to it. Suzanne, yeah, I did a video, I'm pretty sure, on put credit spreads. Anything that's a credit spread, a put credit spread is bullish, a call credit spread is bearish. So when you're selling puts and buying a lower price put, you're trying to collect premium based on the fact that you expect the stock to go sideways or up during that period of time. This core wave, trying to see how many people it can irritate. They're coming, riding just right along the VWAP. There's a SPY there, right at the pivot point. Okay, I'm going to get some lunch here. Let me see if we have any more questions. I need to go ahead and close down YouTube. Let me go over there for a minute and see what we got. Okay, thanks everybody on YouTube. I'm going to have to close it down now. Been up for running for about an hour and 5 minutes. So again, we'll be back tomorrow about 11:30 to do the YouTube feed. I appreciate everybody being here. Again, if you're interested in my room, it's rightlinetrading.com. It's the SPY Super System Options room that I have here. I'm here every day from market open to market close. I do take lunch. Core wave right along the VWAP. All right, so thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sam. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, everybody in the Discord room. Everybody in the YouTube room. See you.